Are you familiar with the term symbolism? Well, symbolism is a device used in poems and in literature in general. It is also used in other forms of art. Symbolism is actually an expression that appears to be describing something but hides a deeper meaning behind its veil. Understanding symbolism is like removing a curtain and revealing the scene beyond. The device symbolism has been used intricately in the poem When I Set Out for Lyonnesse. The poem is written by Thomas Hardy. Thomas Hardy was a novelist, an author, a poet, and by profession an architect. He once went to a small town to restore a church. Restore means repair and rebuild. The experience changed him from within. It was a highly spiritual experience for him. That experience has been described here in this poem. Before I explain the poem, let me tell you that Lyonnesse is not the actual name of the town where Hardy had gone. This is a mythical place that has been mentioned in Arthurian legends and refers to a lost land, a land that is beyond the reach of common people. The selection of the name suggests that the poet considers his journey to be more spiritual than physical. Let us get to the poem. When I set out for Lyonnesse 100 miles away, the rhyme was on the spray and starlight lit my lonesomeness. When I set out for Lyonnesse 100 miles away. When the poet started his journey towards Lyonnesse, that was 100 miles away, it was winter. There was frost on the trees. Under the night sky, the poet was alone. However, the first stanza itself has a deeper meaning. The words 100 miles away does not refer to a physical distance. It refers to a long, strenuous journey towards something bright, a journey that is often avoided by common people to avoid the strain of the journey. Only people who are really dedicated to that, they take such a journey. Rime means frost, and that has formed on the branches of the trees. It means that the weather was cold, and under the starlit night the poet was alone. The cold weather and the poet's loneliness symbolize a lack of inspiration, a lack of motivation, and the poet was willing to take the journey to get that inspiration and motivation. Let us see what the second stanza says. What would bechance at Lyonnesse while I should sojourn there? No prophet durst declare, nor did the wisest wizard guess. What would bechance at Lyonnesse while I should sojourn there? The poet wonders what would happen at Lyonnesse during his stay there. Here sojourn means to stay. Even prophets and wizards were unable to throw light on it. This basically means that the poet's experience at Lyonnesse would be so intimate and spiritual that it could not be speculated unless it was experienced. Let us move to the third stanza. When I returned from Lyonnesse with magic in my eyes, all marked with mute surmise, my radiance rare and fathomless. When I returned from Lyonnesse with magic in my eyes. What happened at Lyonnesse has not been described in the poem. When the poet returned from Lyonnesse, there was a magical spark in his eyes. People noticed that a glow was being emanated from him that was rare and fathomless. Fathomless means something that cannot be measured. The last stanza tells us about a spiritual experience the poet might have had at Lyonnesse. That experience filled him with inspiration and motivation. He was not lost anymore. He was filled with inspiration. That is all about the poem. Go through it and try to understand its deeper meaning. Thank you.